remember the first coach who had you start to do those, had you doing tempo runs?
I think thanks to Bob, the inception of my running habit. I feel very lucky to have had such great coaches from youth to high school, who were the same coach just north of here in Agora Hills, California, where I was raised, to going to the University of Arkansas under Lance Harder, and then post-collegiately to be in Mammoth Lakes with Coach Vigil and Coach Larson. That was it was always incorporated into training, but to have it weekly with when we were up in Mammoth, and I could really feel the strength building because of them. And I think that was our bread and butter, and to me it most closely resembled the effort of a race, to have that sustained effort. And I know every day we were on Green Church Road once a week, and every time we would have our workouts staggered, so we were all kind of finishing around the same time. So the slower women would start ahead of me, and then I would start, and I'd have to chase them down the road, try to catch them. But then the slower guys would start next, and then Meb was last. And I remember
Started last. You didn't finish last.
Yes, that is true. And we have a running tally of how many each of us have won on this road. But I would turn around right before I was ready to go and say, "Catch me if you can," and take off. And more often than not, Meb would catch me.
Deena, what was the workout that scared you the most?
I think the workout that challenged me the most was definitely tempo runs. And I'll say that when Meb and I were training for the 2004 Olympics in Athens, that we dabbled in higher elevation training. So instead of running our tempo runs at 7,000 feet, we were running long intervals, 2-mile repeats at 9,000 feet, and that was a whole nother hurt that I had ever experienced. In 2000, Meb and I both made our first Olympic team, and the U.S. had a terrible showing in the distance side of things, and that's when Coach Larson and Coach Vigil got together and said, "We've got to save U.S. distance running, and let's get the best of America and get them training together at altitude, drawing out the best of each other, and see if we can earn a medal." And it just took 4 years for us to be able to do that, working together with the best distance runners in the country.
So what do you do? Yes. Well done. So what do you do when you're looking at that piece of paper and you see this workout that you know? Yeah, I mean, you kind of dread it. I mean, you love it because you love running, but how do you get yourself? What did you do? What was your routine? What did you do to get yourself psyched up and say, "No, I can do this"?
Yeah, it's all about perspective, and to know that this is your most challenging workout of the week or the month, to know that this is maybe your weak suit in what your week is made up of, to embrace that, to know that this is where your greatest gains are going to come from. And I always had that mentality, whether it was in training, knowing that this is the workout that hurts the most, or whether it's in races when I know that these are the best women in the world that I'm lining up against, and that's when you need to rise to the occasion to keep climbing in your potential. And to me, it's about getting the best out of yourself each day, and when you can keep those days building, then you end up seeing what you're made of.
Is there like a certain kind of pizza that you envision, like you're going to give yourself when this is all done, like a prize or anything, reward?
I think the reward is in the results, but pizza's always good on the list. I had a question one time after I ran a very good race. We were in this forum, and a lady texted in a question to the moderator, and it said, "What did you eat the night before the race?" And I said, "Well, I had a pizza and a glass of Pinot Noir, and the pizza, I like a little protein and some veggies, so it had a little side salad, but some prosciutto and figs and caramelized onions on my pizza, and that glass of Pinot Noir." And then her follow-up question was, "What did you do to celebrate? What did you eat to celebrate?" And I said, "I had pizza, but it was like deep dish Chicago-style pizza, and not a glass, but a bottle of wine. So I like pizza and wine."